ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver one, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against a speed guy on the perimeter.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Jackson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice. And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Freeman. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Freeman again, and he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Murray. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devontae Freeman taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends in a touchdown run from Devontae Freeman. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time to see this Bengals offense here as they get set for their first drive. And under center, of course, is the #1 pick in the 2020 draft, now in year number 2, Joe Burrow.
And what a rookie season he had indeed. A knee injury knocked him out in Week 11 at Washington. And while the Bengals only won 2 of his 10 starts, I think everyone around the league and anyone who watched the NFL came away impressed. 13 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions, nearly 270 yards a game passing, the 3rd most by a rookie in NFL history.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Escaping the pressure right. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
56, 11, MT, tight. 11, MT, tight. 11. Under 10.
To the air again, Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Tyus Bowser. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
There's the rookie from LSU. It's Lamar Chase. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll start out here with the option left. First down and more for Jackson. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On second down, Freeman. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 40-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They go to Freeman again on second down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
First down, here's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase, 29 yards. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay play going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Got some room at the 30, and he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. 11 Thomas. Check 11 MT. 11 MT.
Now Burrow down around his goal line. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they finally get him down as he takes it up to the 44. A big play there for Cincinnati.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check back.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's get set.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw, Huntley. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Huntley to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's Huntley. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. 5. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Huntley's throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to his receiver Bateman. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Now Burrow on first down. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, Mixon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. C.J. Uzomah, 40 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Up to make the play there defensively, Von Bell, leading tackler in Cincinnati last year. Operating from the gun, Huntley, and in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals offense returns to the field. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Got a man open. It's Chase. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Here's a give to Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 15. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
11.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Lamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals add on to their lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the...
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Cincinnati set to take over once again. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their play.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout, and they hook up again for another big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players. And
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover two because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals! Tyler Boyd, 57 yards. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go to Freeman again on second down.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
To throw on third down.
Huntley, throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, he
puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Bengals grab it. And to the 43-yard line, that's where they'll take over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon,
an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now Jackson on first down. Gets it off to Freeman. And he's got room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Jackson being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached a point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
11 MT, Tate. 11 stop.
Burrow will throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
12.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Higgins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
11 MT. 11 MT.
Switch.
Now it's Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11.
Let's get off the field. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Jackson. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Jackson to throw. That's to Watkins. What a grab that was. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided? The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
3 down. Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
And they take a knee.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, Ken.